It's a new day in Satisfactory. Welcome back. Just taking a quick look at our previous project. Our space elevator decoration looking pretty good. But today let's get back to work. And we know that we're basically focused on getting more iron plates. So we've got a plate blueprint. We got to put some foundations down. I kind of want to put it right in here, right across from this refinery. But we also need to connect ore to the refinery, connect the ingots to the new build. So I think what I'm going to do is start with the connection of the refinery, just so we have a little bit of a buffer. In order to fully connect this, we need 2 lines of ore. Not sure exactly where I want to put this though. Maybe here? So this part of the refinery is still... So the temptation would be to just grab these and start making plates. But the problem is we have a lot of things that are connected to that. And I think it's slowed down because we don't have the factory fully firing. So I'm not going to just start drawing and then everything starts to kick in and then we find out, oh, look, everything's running at 50% or 25% because we're all sharing the same exact resources. So I'm going to put in 1 more iron ore storage here. Do a couple upgrades. I want to try to combine some of these. And I want to add in one of these other belts that's not doing anything right now. Never want to have I never want to have a situation where we're stuck. So just trying to mix and match these ore resources. Let's see how far up this is connected. Oh, okay, we stopped right here. Right, so the original plan was to just smelt everything on these smelters. But now we've got this new refinery. We know we want at least 2 belts. Maybe we should just go for the full 4 belts. Ooh. That would be nice. Trying to figure out how we're going to integrate 2 belts into this line. If I go for the full 4, you know what, 2 might be enough. But I might bring the full 4 up here. Oh no, we put a dismantle crate down there. Okay. Alright, we've got too much stuff in our inventory. Let's take a second, make some space. What do you think? I think if we pulled all 4 of these, luckily we've got kind of this nice space here. We could consider a lift with some storage. We've got exactly 15 items here. Let's do a splitter every third one and then a full line splitter. I kind of want to keep it close though. Oh, do I really want to go 3 across on this one? I guess so. Why not? All right, easy enough. Now, how am I going to deal with 2 lines of ore here? Because I want 2 lines. Well, want isn't the right term, but I want to run this full speed. And that's 35 ore per minute. Oh, I already did the number here. So it's 525. That's more than 480. I can always presume that I'm going to make an aluminum factory, come back and just execute an upgrade. One of these lifts doesn't have ore on them. We can look at that afterwards, I suppose. We'll have a little bit of a buffer here, so we can figure out the nature of the lack of ore on that belt in a second. It's just no way to do this easily because there's 5 of them, so I couldn't even just say, oh, I'll just connect half to this and half to that. Okay, that gets the baseline fully connected. I guess it's too bad you can't have two inputs and two outputs. You know, somebody somewhere is going to come up with a way to have these two things, one have them fed from this direction and have another one fed from this direction. That would be the ultimate, because then the manifold would happen on both sides. But if I'm looking at the numbers, 525, we only need a small amount of additional injection. So if I said 480 divided by 15. Wait, that's not right. Oh, these don't even have the right recipe on them. $480 by 35. So fully realized that would be 13 machines. So really, anywhere I want to make this change, I can make this change. For whatever reason, this is not connecting. Let's say need to confirm that this belt is working, exclusively supplied by the top belt. Then we can add this belt. Now this should stutter, but continue to work. I don't think I need this, but we'll leave the rest there just in case we decide to make that adjustment. All right, well, we're collecting iron ingots and we're collecting them in a big way. So we'll just leave that for now. We'll come back and finish that refinery in a second. Let's get... Hmm. Just make that a fully supported sign. I have a few other ones that we're not going to fix, but I forgot to put it in like that, so it's not a fully supported sign. All right. Ingot, please. Thank you. And then this will be a plate. Pretty straightforward, right? We're just making some plates. No big deal. It's smaller on the belt, but is it so much smaller that we can get away with fewer? Let's think for a second. 30 per minute. If each one of these is on its own line, $480 divided by 30 times 25. Technically, I think it's okay to put it on one belt, actually. But let's put it on two. Just leave ourselves the option. Merge the merchandise. Split the supplies. Um, 14 of these. The bane of my existence. Reinforced iron plates rear their ugly head again. Maybe I should try to grab some reinforced plate. I think I have a few. Oh, wait. No, we've got plenty of reinforced plate. Why am I even worried about this? And we actually have sufficient crystal oscillators. Not even showing up on our to-do list as things we need. Which means we can rob this. One moment. We need to organize our build materials a little bit. Let's grab the necessary encased beams. They stack terribly, but, you know, what are you going to do? And then we'll drop some of that. We don't need all these crystal oscillators. Let's grab a few of these reinforced plate. think we're gonna have to come back for the quartz crystal. We just don't have enough room. And you know what? I've been holding off on this for some reason. I don't know why. Let's just drop a cannon down here. Make it a little easier to move about, if only temporarily. Uh-oh. Technically, these should fish this way. Let's go back down there and... I need to either change the direction or add more signs. I think we'll change the direction. one more. And you know what? I'm tempted to just run a line from here to here and ship the iron down the line visibly so you just see it. Then whip it back in, and then whatever comes out gets sent down to storage. And we then also send the, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So it's just gonna be I'm also thinking maybe I should just finish. Let's finish. Let's finish the platform builds, and then we'll do all the connections in one shot. There we go. And now we'll just whip the iron ingots down the line. Hoist them in there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man. 4, 5. I'm gonna move this down here just so we don't, I mean, do I need to do this? Probably not. I could probably figure out a way to hook this up, but I want to keep the factory kind of on the mojo of always going in the same direction. Oh, we ran out of industrial beams. Jeez. That seems impossible. Luckily, I know where there's a bunch of beams. I think it's actually faster to jump down to the hyper cannon than it is to run back. We're going to have to really come up with a solid plan for moving around in this factory. Let's back this off a bit. Oh, wait. I put the inputs on two different lines. Have I made a huge mistake? I might have made a huge mistake here. Trying to install too many of these machines. Let's get the first line going. Yeah, I don't know that we only put in two lines. Oh boy, what did I do? 30 inputs, so that's 30 times 7 times 2 times 2. Right? 30 per machine, 7 platforms. Each platform's got 2 machines. Then we did 2 of those whole thing. That's 840. Divide by 2. 420. Okay. Blaze it. I guess we're all set. I just need to figure out how to connect all this now. Okay. Power? I think we need power. Oh, look at that. These only act as floors. They don't act as foundations. Okay. That's a nice chunk of iron plate machines. See if we can get a nice thumbnail photo here. Maybe one on this side. I might like this way better. All right. Now we're cranking out those plates. We got to collect them and store them. In this case, though, we've got the special requirement that we want to also collect any extra iron. So if these iron ingots get sent through this little plate factory. Well, there's a couple things I could do. Technically, I also need iron rods. But I think we'll deal with iron rods later. So, do we want to send the iron ingots back to storage, or do we want to keep them up here? I don't know. But we probably want to get all of the plates. So let's get the plates. I also might want to consider... How do I not have any AI limiters on me? Sorry, let me go and grab some limiters. I think they're close by. Are they below me? Basically, I want to set up the lighting, and I think I want to go like, if I could hit a yellow light, I probably would. Obviously, we're here for these plates, so we're going to grab these plates first. While we're here, let's do the power. We need to get power downstairs. There we go. And we should still see some plates packing up here. And the question is, I think we can get away with one total storage for all of these. Oh, it's nighttime. I'm gonna want... How do I want to get this stuff downstairs is the question. We've got lots of connectivity issues to solve. I guess if I could just collected one of these and then we could decide what we want to do after the fact. Whoops. Don't want to connect that there. You want to connect that to the light side. There we go. So 20 output per minute times 7 times 2 times 2. So yeah, this needs to be 2 output. In total, we need this to be 2 outputs. What is going on here? I don't like that trace at all. I think I'm gonna try to put both of those floor holes on a single foundation. There's no reason to have it go across two. And in fact, to make it super easy, let's put one of them right in the center. It's a long way to get to where the storage of this stuff is. I might have to go all the way under. I just love a good infinite lift. How long is it taking me to get to this point? What do you mean? What point? 50 episodes for, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours each? No, maybe average 2.5 hours. So maybe 150 hours. I'm not in a rush though. I've played my rush games already. Meaning Did you check the, did you check out the awesome decoration for a space elevator? I mean, that took 5 hours. I don't know that that's really progressing me, though. I mean, these types of nice looking things don't really go that fast. Plus, you know what's really weird is that I skipped a lot of the basics. Right? Like, I built a starter factory and then let all that stuff build up, and then I just used all the iron plates from that. But it's not really making enough iron plates to be a serious contender, so that's the other thing. How long is it taking you to get to this point? Plus, I promised myself this would be more of an aesthetic run. So I have been running experiments. Like, I still need to go through and transition my train station or train tracks away from the circle solution into the square solution on top. And we're also going to put a little train stop inside of this mega factory. So all that takes time. Even though we're just doing iron plates right now, I guess what I'm trying to say is we're further ahead than it looks like. And I really want it, and maybe I do. I could just do a temporary spaghetti inside this factory for base parts. But I'm trying to limit my spaghetti. I don't know. I'm not in a hurry. But all my videos on this playlist are on that playlist, so if you really wanted to know how long it took me to get to this point, that math could be done. All right, so we've connected our iron plates. They seem to be flowing, but we're gonna check our work. Look at those iron plates go. Every now and again, one iron plate makes its way into the digital uploader. Those iron plates are going down the line. They're going up, up, and away. I'm just tracking them through the factory now. Oops. Ah, here are the iron plates right here. So there we go. All that then allows us to make... So we don't... This is an injection we don't need anymore. I'm going to take this out just to eliminate that potential confusion. And now these machines are starting to get iron plates, so we can make reinforced plate, so we can make smart plate. I'm going to hand feed some of these just so they can get going immediately. So what have we done? We have completed our... I think we're pretty close to completing our tasks. We made our blueprint. We built our foundation, we connected it, we connected the ore to the refinery, and we connected the ingots to the new build. I think it's also nice to see our refinery working here. I was secretly worried about the water. It looks like it's flowing nicely. Everybody's staying happy. We're not sending in enough ingots. Just add this water in. How am I going to find this? How am I going to build this? I guess I just need to know we're on that line right there. Something like that. This last one is just kind of inconveniently placed. Okay, water's ready. I'm tempted to move the power up here. Wait a minute. Why isn't this running? Oh, I haven't connected the water yet. Phew. I was worried about that for a second. These are going to be too many ingots for that little iron plate factory, but that's okay. Okay. Need to drop down and get this water connected. And these things just don't have recipes. There we go. Now we're making iron ingots en masse. Now we got to get them all out of here. This connector is doing nothing. Connecting two outputs of the two mergers, or two inputs of two mergers. Hello? My toolbars aren't working for some reason. straightforward iron ingot creation. And then what I could do is basically say, so the right side, we're going to say any, and then the center, we're going to say overflow. So anything that hits down here is going to get sent upstairs to the secondary belt. And we'll ship it out that way. And then if for however reason this belt gets backed up, it will use the secondary belt. These guys at the end don't have enough mojo. Very weird. I guess I could set both of these to any. That effectively turns it into a splitter, though. How many of these do we have? 65 per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 times 8. 520. Alright, well, I gotta get a little bit of this out of here a different way. What happens if I set both of these to overflow? And it looks like these last few are having issues. That's mostly getting emptied. 2 belts is technically not enough. It's 65 times 15 divided by 2. We're 7.5 units short in our capacity. So it'll just have to be a little short. But then the ingots over here are rocking and rolling nicely. Then you can see the plates getting shipped out under the yellow light. Why is it still pulsing? That's weird. Why are we having issues with iron ink? Oh, I see. It's just not really... We're splitting it way too many times, even with it being on its own belt. But man, it should be running in here pretty quick. Absolutely no buffer. Somehow we're not sending a full line. All right. If nothing else, we should have 2 full lines of ingots running now. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to grab the extra iron ingots out of here. All right, so that tells me that it's perfectly balanced. Everyone that's getting used or sent in is getting pulled out. All machines claim to be in the green. All right, I'm going to put that into the category of it's working. And then the question becomes, what is going on with a reinforced plate? Because that was one of the main reasons why we did all that. How many of these did we build? 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I could do the math. 7 times 90 times 2. 1260. Oof. $12.60 divided by 2. 630. That's a pretty fast belt. But we still could get this done on one belt. It's just, this is not going to be optimal until we upgrade that belt. But the first couple of machines here are rocking and rolling. We should see a decent amount of reinforced plates ready for us to take advantage of. And then we also have our inline buffer. That reinforced plate goes over here to make smart plates. This guy's not even connected. Okay, that's a good chunk of reinforced plates actually being made and a good chunk of smart plating being made. Where did I store the smart plate? Oh, that's right. I whipped it right back around the corner here. It's getting stored here. 2,400 smart plate per times 8. So close to 10,000, 20,000. Not exactly though. 9,600 maybe? 96,000? Somewhere in there. Wait, 96,000? It's escalated quickly. That can't be right. It's 2,400 times 8. 19,000. Oh, but we did that times 3. Okay, so we've got the capacity for almost 60,000 smart plate in storage. That's probably overkill. But hey, it is what it is. All right, I guess I need to... Maybe I should make a plan for completing phase 3. I'm having too much fun making this thing look cool. Certain people apparently want me to get going, so let's think about it. Oh yeah, I didn't finish this rotors because we had a bad day. I think I should do that on a separate video. I'm definitely aware of the fact that we need to make copper, cable, wire, and probably sheets. So we need a copper section to this factory. Versatile frame. So we already have the steel. The question is, how are we going to make the frames? And all of it. 100% of these require reinforced plate. I'm saying I should probably take whichever option is the least amount of reinforced plate consumed. Try to stretch that as much as we can. It actually looks like the default recipe is the best for that purpose. By a small margin. Not a huge one. Very small margin. Right on this side, I make 5 per minute. Two and a half times here. Wait, is it the same? Yeah, it's exactly the same. So they knew what they were doing. Okay, well, if that's the case, we could probably put together another solution like this, assuming that this does 140 screws per minute or more. Yeah, 260. So we could underclock that, build those frames. And more or less inline them into this assembler. 2.5 per minute consumed. This one's 5 per minute created. So we could double up. We already have the steel. Yeah, we've got the foundries for the steel. So we're actually ready. We could probably do versatile frames relatively quickly. Is that a whole floor? Just absolutely cranking versatile frames? Probably. I think I'm going to set this floor up, and then we'll build out the versatile frames in the next episode. Should be relatively quick because all the parts that we need are already pretty close. Like we have easy access to the steel. And we're not consuming a lot of steel to make these screws. 4 per minute for 250 screws. I didn't even bother to underclock that. What are you waiting on? Waiting on plates. It's taking a while for the plates to filter through. Or is it that we haven't connected this other line? Only one line of plates are coming through. That's not good. Let's double check our work and make sure that we're making as many plates as we think we are. I mean, this machine is cranking. 100% efficient. $20 times 2 per platform times 7 platforms times 2. Oh, it's only 560. It's just under 2. But no, it's just over 2. But still, that should be enough to at least fill the second plate. We gotta get at least something going to the other one. So both of these are sending in plates. They're only coming out on one level. Even if you consider the digital upload. There's 6,000 plates in here. There it is. We were taking whatever we were getting and we were basically shunting it down to one belt. But now it's working. But with that said, Why isn't this belt outputting? This should be working. Two belts are going in here. So that one. Half of it's going up and quote unquote half of it's going over here. And that one is going out that way. Oh, I see. Then I doubled down and went into this one again. I gotta get rid of this. There we go. Now, at the very least, we've got 2 plates going out. Of course, anything that goes in here is now a dead end. But that's really not the point. It's working now. 2 full belts of iron plates getting processed up into reinforced plate and then getting processed even further into smart plating. Need to gas up a little bit. All right. I think we're going to call it there. We set out for a mission to get our iron plates put in place. We have successfully gotten that. I think we'll also go for setting up our versatile framework factory, which is going to require a little bit of Okay. Let's call it right there. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it, and we will start making progress next time.